Later, Jimmy Fallon welcomes Sterling K. Brown, NBC.
If you've been hurt in a wreck, we want to help.
By getting you as much money as we can, as quickly as we can.
If you've been injured in a wreck, before you talk to an insurance company, call Crocker Law Firm.
Call Crocker Law Firm.
It doesn't cost anything to see if we can help.
Shop Fruit of the Loom Brand Shop Outlet's biggest holiday sale of the season this weekend. Find the perfect gift for everyone, including Doorbuster Fleece starting at just $5. Don't miss the Brand Shop's 30% off sale, Friday through Sunday.
Good evening, South Central Kentucky. Weather anchor Noah Moore here. Now, as you noticed, the rain has started to move its way through the area, but as we go throughout the rest of the overnight and into early tomorrow morning, we should be around the 1 to 2 inch mark of seeing the amount of rainfall that we are going to see in the area. But further down to the south near Nashville, if you are traveling, that's where they are going to have higher rainfall amounts. But another story to the weather is that we are going to have some gusty winds later on tonight, and especially into early tomorrow morning. But we'll have all that and more in my 7-day forecast because News 40 starts right now.
Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Michael Ridgway. Our top story tonight, an Allen County man is arrested for the third time, charged with child sexual offenses. Kentucky State Police arrested 34-year-old Chad Delisene after an undercover and online investigation. It was discovered he was sharing images of child sexual material online. He is currently charged with 10 counts of promoting a minor under 16 years old in a sexual performance. He was taken to the Barron County Detention Center. And in Logan County, 2 people are facing child endangerment charges after police say a welfare check led to the seizure of at least 35 animals. Police say after searching the home of Kyle and Rachel Pomeroy, they noticed hazardous and unacceptable living conditions, including the smell of decomposition. One child was taken into protective custody. The animals were transported by the Logan County Humane Society and Animal Control. Both are charged with wanton endangerment and the endangering of the welfare of a minor. Well, dog owners across the country might be feeling a little nervous as we enter the holidays this week. There is a mysterious canine illness that is being spread in dogs. The potentially fatal condition has been reported in a number of states. This unknown illness starts out as a cough and doesn't respond to regular antibiotics, leaving dogs struggling to breathe and in some cases, severe pneumonia.
Where we're seeing these cases come from in our hospital are from dogs that have been at boarding facilities or at doggy daycare. And with the holidays coming up, people being more inclined to board their dogs as they go on vacation, as they go see family, I am worried about it getting much worse.
If you have dogs, especially if you are boarding them this week or plan to have them around other dogs, you're advised to keep a close eye on those dogs. In more local news, the International Center in Bowling Green just got an upgrade with a new building to give them some more space. Though the offices will remain inside the old location, this new building will allow them to better serve the growing immigrant population in Bowling Green. Executive Director and CEO Albert Mbamfu said he's excited about the new facility.
It's a feeling of satisfaction and liberation. First of all, this is a success not just for the International Center as an institution, but a victory for the refugees and immigrants in the community.
The new building will allow the center to expand its job and language training classes, including a technology center meant to give recent migrants relevant job skills.
We have space in the new building for a computer learning lab, which is something that we don't have right now. And that computer lab will open up to refugees and immigrants who want to come in to learn how to use the computer, do job search, and develop resumes.
The new facility is finished and operations inside will begin sometime in the early months of 2024. Well, here's another upgrade. A first of its kind experience for the region is now open at the Mint Gaming Hall in Bowling Green. The first Topgolf swing suite is ready to be used. The suite features 2 simulators with a familiar target game for those who have been to a Topgolf before. However, it also features other unique games such as baseball, hockey, and zombie dodgeball. The Mint staff have been working on this project since the beginning of the year and think this is a perfect time to pull back the curtain.
We're having some different fun things going on. We are seeing a rise in people wanting to have their Christmas parties at post time. So now you can tie in this Topgolf swing suite as a part of one of your activities or events in there. That's a great tie-in, and people have other things to do when they're at a social event there. This is going to be fun.
This is one of 2 Topgolf suites in the Bluegrass and the first in the southern region of the state. Well, the Downing Museum is hosting their annual Jerry Baker and Jack Lunt Memorial Art Exhibition featuring many local artists. The showcase is meant to display the works of artists from the area and explore the artistic variety that they encompass. The museum hopes that it can inspire attendees with all the works on display.
I hope that you come away with a better understanding of the breadth of art and artists that we have here in this area. So you'll see everything in this exhibition, from sculpture to digital collage, and of course, painting. That's kind of the main medium for artists, but it's a little bit of everything.
The exhibition is open and free of charge, though donations are accepted. The gallery will be on display through the end of December. Another big display happening soon every year, the Macy's Day Parade. It's filled with massive floats and talent from all over the world. Well, one part of the parade that is giving students from across the country the chance to show off their skills is the Macy's Great American Marching Band. And this year, the band is getting a taste of Bowling Green, thanks to a talented Kentucky native.
It's fulfilling. Really, it's just makes me feel a whole lot happier. It makes me feel really good about myself. Getting better every day, and moments like these where when I try super hard to get somewhere and I actually make it, it makes playing trumpet a whole lot better.
Ethan's success is not stopping at the Macy's Day Parade. He plans to teach music. If you want to see Ethan playing the trumpet in this year's parade, you can watch that on WNKY NBC 40. Let's send things over to our weather anchor, Noah Moore, for a first look. Noah?
Yes, Michael. So as I said before, in the very start of the show, we are seeing these showers and maybe even a few hints of rumble of thunder, especially further off to the north, just north of Morgantown. And then there's another heavy band out here throughout parts of Tompkinsville going into Edmonton and Burkesville. But as we know, that is all that we have at the current time, but we are expecting a little bit more in terms of coverage with some more of these showers. Now, right now, temperatures are still nice and mild for this time of evening, 58 degrees, winds mainly out of the east at 7 miles an hour with our dew point at 55 degrees, and it will continue to go up even higher than that. But looking live at some of the tower cams, we are going to continue to have wet roadways, so be careful on the roads, especially if you're traveling. Now we're going to toss over to Maxwell for a look at sports.
Thank you, Noah. We have plenty coming up in your sports tonight. See how Greenwood boys and girls hoops are preparing for this year with season tip-off starting up just next week. Plus, we'll have more on the top sweep of the weekend. That's all coming up in sports, Michael.
Thank you, Maxwell. Well, it's that time of the year again for holiday gatherings with focal point. But if you're one of the millions of Americans with diabetes, these get-togethers can be challenging. Tonight, we have ways on how to manage diabetes while still enjoying the festivities. Having fun with family while managing blood sugar levels can be hard for those with diabetes.
You have to think ahead, you have to plan ahead, you have to think about what kind of food is going to be there.
Endocrinologist Kitty Wine with the Ohio State University's Wexner Medical Center says a person will need different approaches depending on whether they have type 1 or type 2 diabetes.
The person who has type 1 diabetes has to figure out how to plan to match their insulin to their food. The person with type 2 diabetes has to ask the question of, what can I eat that's healthy? How can I still have fun but not overeat?
To manage diabetes, Wine says to stick to a schedule, eat as close to regular times as possible, and pack a snack just in case. Enjoy that yummy food in moderation, but be aware of what you're eating. Some pre-meal research can help.
Oh my gosh, if you knew how much sugar was in the pecan pie, you'd probably never eat it again.
Wine says to be carb conscious and avoid sugary beverages and alcohol. If you're the cook, try fresh herbs or lemon juice instead of salt. And stay active. It's important to stabilize blood sugar levels.
You don't have to go run a marathon, but just going for a walk. Going for a walk after an event can be really good for you and help to keep your sugar down.
Dr. Wine says one way to eat healthier over the holidays is to challenge friends and family to find and make new healthy dishes, or challenge each other to find a new way to make a healthy version of an old favorite recipe. Well, the holidays are also a difficult time to manage mental health, as many people deal with more depression or anxiety symptoms this time of year. The 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline, which millions of people turn to for support, is struggling to keep up with demand. Since 2019, it's gotten 2.5 million calls and is expected to receive 6.5 million by the end of this year. But the hotline is still not functioning at full capacity. Experts say the problem comes down to an absence of mental health resources, a lack of awareness, and not enough stable funding. Switching to national news now, as tonight tributes continue to pour in for former First Lady Rosalynn Carter, who died Sunday at the age of 96. She'll be laid to rest next week by her family, including former President Jimmy Carter, her husband of more than 77 years. Manuel reports tonight from the Carters' hometown of Plains, Georgia.
Theirs was a love story that would propel Jimmy Carter to the White House and make a humble woman from Plains, Georgia, one of the most consequential first ladies in U.S. history.
Could Jimmy Carter have been elected president without Rosalynn Carter?
Well, I don't like to think he could.
On Sunday, former President Carter said Rosalynn was my equal partner in everything I ever accomplished. She sat in on cabinet meetings, a first, and became only the second First Lady in history to go before Congress as she pushed to improve mental health treatment, one of her most important causes. She spoke her mind, and President Carter listened.
I look forward to consulting closely with him on a regular basis.
After leaving the White House in 1981, their work continued, creating the Carter Center in Atlanta, where they promoted peace. She carried on her work as an advocate for caregivers and joined her husband building homes for Habitat for Humanity. President Biden and First Lady Jill Biden said she did so much to address many of society's greatest needs, and we always felt the hope, warmth, and optimism of Rosalynn Carter. Perhaps nowhere is that felt more than in her hometown of Plains, where the Carters were last publicly seen together just 8 weeks ago at the town's annual Peanut Festival. Philip Kurland, who owns the Plains Trading Post, recalled her kindness today.
If we want good to come out of this, we should all step it up a bit, be kind, do a good deed, and take the torch, because she's literally passing the torch.
Former President Carter's niece told us he is aware of his wife's passing and deeply saddened. He is 99 years old and in hospice care at his home here in Plains, where Rosalynn Carter will be laid to rest next week. Manuel Bojorquez, CBS News, Plains, Georgia.
Still to come on News 40 at 10. As holiday shopping ramps up, the number of retail workers is plummeting. How can this affect your holiday shopping? We'll explain that next. But first, weather anchor Noah Moore is in with a full look at your forecast.
The competition is on.
This is nerve-wracking.
Do you have what it takes for Jeopardy? Weeknights at 6 on NBC 40.
I'm Ashley Wilson. Here's what's coming up tomorrow on News 40 Sunrise. Discover how you can get into the holiday spirit with an upcoming Christmas concert. Plus, find out what the Pie Queen of Bowling Green is baking up for us in this week's edition of Pie Queen's Pantry. These stories on News 40 Sunrise.
Summer skies, they warm up everything. Then fall comes around, and you know it's getting near. Christmas, my favorite time.
Experience so much Christmas the way Santa does.
However you do the holidays, do it together in the Chevy that's right for you. The strong and capable Chevy Silverado, the award-winning Chevy Equinox,
or the all-new Chevy Trax. This holiday season, do more together in a new Chevy. Get 1.9% financing on all 2023 Silverado 1500 pickups, or get $3,750 total cash allowance on this Silverado. Visit Campbell Chevrolet or Don Franklin Chevrolet.
Holiday shopping starts at the Purple Door. Specializing in cute and comfortable clothing, shoes, and accessories, fashion has never been easier. And with sizes from petite to plus, there's no reason to shop anywhere else this season. The Purple Door on Lovers Lane and Bowling Green.
WNKY News 40 is always on at WNKY.com.
Welcome back to your full weather forecast here on News 40 at 10. Noah, between the hours of like 6 and 9, I noticed that there was a pretty good amount of rain coming down earlier.
Yeah, I could see that out my window when I was making dinner earlier tonight. I was like, ooh, I was right. But yes, no, we're going to continue to have a lot more heavier rain showers moving through the area, but they are really beneficial because we do need the rain. It's been very dry throughout the most part of November and throughout the past October, but right now, temperatures are nice and mild as we go throughout the rest of your evening. Temps into the mid to upper 50s at 58 degrees. Winds are mainly out of the east, southeast, around 7 to 10 miles an hour, with a few higher wind gusts at that too. But that low pressure system is still trying to make its way through the area. So as soon as that low pressure system moves through the area, that's when we are going to have the higher winds. But humidity is at 90% and our dew point is still at a nice steady 55 degrees. So a little muggy, sort of say, for the month of November. But looking live at I-65 southbound at Cave City, a little wet drive out there. So make sure you are being careful with temps in the mid 50s. So, and looking at I-65 southbound at the Tennessee state line with temperatures at 56 degrees with another wet roadway out there. So like I said before, when you have wet leaves on the ground and mixed in with the speed of your car and you need to stop really quick, it could be almost just as dangerous as ice on the road. So make sure you be very careful on the roadways overnight tonight, especially with all this blowing wind that we are expecting. But temperatures overall right now are mainly into the mid 50s. Here in Scottsville, 57, Glasgow, 56, further up to the north in E-Town, 51 degrees. Hardinsburg, same thing at 51. And then further out to the west here in Elkton, that's where we are seeing temperatures at a nice mild 56 degrees. Now, overall, our high temperature today, we ended up seeing high temps into the upper 60s. Very nice and very spring-like, actually, for our area, with our normal temperature being at 57. So we were definitely a little bit above average, but our record high set back in 1906 of 79 degrees, with our lows dipping down into the mid to low 40s. Now, looking live at your live radar, we are mainly seeing a few isolated showers, especially further up to the north and our northeast. But looking off to our west, that's where we are seeing a little bit more heavier bands of showers and maybe even a rumble of thunder out near Madisonville and going into Greenville. That all is going to head to the northeast in that fashion. And we are still expecting even more rain showers through the overnight. And some of the could be a little heavy at times. Now here we are at 4 o'clock in the morning for tomorrow. So if you do wake up early, make sure you grab that umbrella and your rain gear, because we are still actually going to have some more of those showers, maybe even that rumble of thunder. But as we get through the middle of the day for tomorrow, all that's going to rush its way out of here, especially by the afternoon. But we could rule out a few isolated showers as we go throughout the rest of the afternoon. But that's when things should begin to really calm down. But we are still going to have some of the clouds sticking into the area, and they're just going to stay with us and up until Thanksgiving, basically. But taking a look at your rain coverage throughout the next couple of days, we are seeing a lot more isolated showers at a good 100%. But then as we go into Tuesday morning, it's going down just a little bit into the 90s, but it's not zero. But then as we get into Friday, that's when we are going to see another chance. So here's your rain potential for the next couple of days. 1 to 2 inches of rain expected for us. And then our wind speeds are still going to be fairly strong, especially late tonight into early tomorrow morning. Now, here's a look at your 7-day forecast. Now, as we go throughout the rest of your week, for Thanksgiving, it's going to be a great day for Thanksgiving with temperatures into the mid-50s. But as we go into Black Friday, we could still see another rain chance at 40%. Now stay with us. We'll be right back.
Just rockin' and rollin', baby.
Come back tomorrow.
We got you all fixed up. Got it all fixed up for you, ma'am. Let there be light, ma'am.
Looks like she finally called JB.
Established in 1973, the Stuart Ritchie Service Group is your local one-call solution. Stuart Ritchie's Service Group of trained technicians offers HVAC, plumbing, electrical, refrigeration, and fire protection. Commercial, industrial, and residential, Stuart Ritchie is prepared to help with emergencies and necessary repairs or maintenance. We provide high-quality service and are available 24/7 in order to keep you up and running. Call the Stuart Ritchie Service Group, your one-call solution.
Is your search for a new home on hold because of high interest rates and high monthly payments? Jago Homes has your solution with a low 4.99 fixed interest rate and no energy bills for 2 years. You'll enjoy open, spacious living, and your family will be comfortable year-round with exclusive Energy Smart technology. Learn why a new Jago home is more affordable than you think at jagohomes.com. Because life is too precious to be put on hold.
You realize what time it is?
What time is it?
It's Me TV time.
Me?
Watch me.
Me TV has more than 60 memorable TV series airing every week.
Penny Mason.
Bonanza.
Andy.
Mama.
Carol. All in the family.
The Three Stooges.
Mash. Oh, clearance sale.
It's always a good time to watch Me TV.
Oh, where are they?
Watch WNKY Me TV 40 on these local channels.
Me TV.
Memorable
Entertainment.
Television.
Well, in national news, there's a reported listeria outbreak in several states linked to some fruits. HMC Farms has recalled peaches, plums, and nectarines sold between May 1st and November 15th of this year. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention says one person has died so far and a woman went into early labor after becoming sick. Overall, 11 cases of listeria are reported in 7 states. 3 of these cases were reported in both California and Florida, with others in Colorado, Kansas, Illinois, Michigan, and Ohio. If you have any of this fruit, you need to throw it out and clean surfaces and containers that the fruit has come in contact with. Well, there's a famous Thanksgiving dish. It's a turkey, and fried ones are even better. But we have some safety tips that you need to know before preparing that Thanksgiving staple. A fried turkey is a popular item for Thanksgiving, but fire officials show us right now how terrible that preparation can go. Firefighters say you should make sure a turkey is completely thawed before putting it into a fryer. Don't overheat the oil and don't have the fryer near any structures, of course, that could catch fire.
While we don't want to discourage having a good time, enjoying and fellowshipping, we do want to encourage safe practices, safe behavior, and proper extinguishment should that accident occur.
Firefighters say another common mistake is to pour excess grease down the sink. Well, that could cause sewer system backups. So the best way to dispose of that grease is to put it in the trash after it has cooled down. And retail sales are red hot right now. Sales are expected to soar to new heights over the holidays, but the seasonal workforce has taken a nosedive. According to new data, retailers posted the lowest number of seasonal job openings since 2013. But for those who did nab a seasonal job, there may be some good news. Mike Valerio has more.
'Tis the season for sales, but while prices are down this Black Friday week, so is the number of seasonal workers.
A lot of employers now have enough people on staff where they only need a slight uptick in the number of employees that they're going to have for the holiday season.
According to Andy Challenger from outplacement services firm Challenger Gray & Christmas, this year retailers advertised the lowest number of seasonal positions in a decade. Just 2 years ago, retailers hit a record high, nearly 1 million holiday jobs.
During the pandemic years, retailers were seeing unprecedented desire from Americans to buy their products. They were strapped.
Today, numbers have dropped a sharp 40% compared to pandemic times, indicating the type of employees needed for seasonal work has changed.
There has been this massive migration to e-commerce, which really changes the types of workers that companies and retailers need to hire during the holidays.
Glassdoor chief economist Aaron Terraza says it's no longer about face-to-face customer engagement.
Amazon was the only major retailer to announce a big uptick in the number of employees that they're expecting to hire this season.
And while brick and mortar jobs tend to shed holiday hires by January, some seasonal jobs in the e-commerce market may be around for, let's say, an extended season.
Those companies tend to keep seasonal workers on through February, sometimes even March.
In Los Angeles, I'm Mike Valerio.
Well, don't go anywhere, because when we come back, Maxwell Trink is in with your sports.
The savings are huge during the Black Friday sale now at Ford's Furniture. Save 20% off your entire purchase and take advantage of up to 72 months no interest financing. But hurry, this sale ends Sunday at Ford's Furniture in Bowling Green.
Join the WNKY News 40 weather team. Visit WNKY.com to become a weather watcher.
I'm attorney Deborah Brose. I am committed to my clients across South Central Kentucky. But don't just take it from me. If you've suffered a personal injury, I can help. Call our office today for a free consultation.
All across America, it's Black Friday. But at your local Ford dealer, it's more like Bright Friday, thanks to big savings on vehicles that will brighten your holidays, like Ford F-150, Explorer, Expedition, and Bronco Sport. There's new inventory arriving daily. And now, big bonus cash on top of current offers. Hurry, Ford's Bright Friday event ends November 30th. Brighten up your holidays in a new Bronco Sport with 2.9% for 60, plus $1,500 bonus cash during the Ford Bright Friday sales event.
Do you have bricks cracking, doors and windows sticking, or cracks in your drywall? USS is here to help. Changing weather conditions cause the soil around your home to shift and your foundation to settle, compromising your home's structural integrity. USS can stabilize and even lift your foundation with our customized piering solutions, all backed by a transferable lifetime warranty. Visit USS-KY.com for a free estimate.
We'll guarantee our best. Call USS.
BG Home Furnishings is the best place to shop and work. We stay motivated with daily massages.
It is just like the North Pole around here. Santa and his elves are delivering daily. We can make a calendar out of our delivery team. Meet Mr. November, always smiling and ready to deliver your sofa. For over 40 years, we are proud to be a locally owned and operated business. We are so thankful for the continued support of our community.
Name a food you might make edible underwear out of. Salmon. Teriyaki.
Sharing the fun. Weeknights at 5 and 6:30 on CBS 40.
Welcome into sports. High school basketball season. Well, it's just around the corner. The Greenwood Lady Gators are preparing with first-year head coach Terrence Williams. The Lady Gators finished last season 15 and 17 with a loss to Russellville in the 4th region tournament. Greenwood brings back numerous key pieces like JoJo McCorkle, Avery Overmole, and of course, superstar Leia Trin. Here is what Coach Williams and Trin had to say heading into the year.
I'm just really excited to play with my teammates, and I think we've all worked hard in the offseason and just worked on our craft, and I'm really excited for this year.
Challenges make us want to fight even harder is what I believe in. So hopefully knowing what we got to get through that hill like you spoke about that we're trying to climb, hopefully it makes us fight a little bit harder this year, makes us compete a little bit tougher, makes us be a little bit better. So we'll find out.
And while the boys team is all gearing up for the new season with head coach Will McCoy, the 2022-23 season was not up to the expectations at Greenwood after finishing 9-22 and losing the first round of the district tournament. Greenwood's Asher Pettis, he's one of the key pieces returning for the Gators, and he's looking for a big season. Here were head coach Will McCoy's and Pettis' thoughts heading into the new year.
I think we still feel underrated. We still look young, and we're ready to show that we are not what other teams expecting, and expecting just to be really well.
We're excited, man. They're hungry. They're working hard.
And I think we got a lot of good pieces if we can figure out how to put it all together.
And WKU Hoops hosted Kentucky State on Saturday night inside of Diddle Arena. Tops tallied another W in the win column, topping Kentucky State 95-75. Brandon Newman, well, he led the way for the Tops with 17 points and 10 rebounds. Here were head coach Steve Lutz's thoughts after the win.
We're a good basketball team when we're aggressive defensively, when we play hard. But what I told them in the locker room, and I'll watch the film tonight or in the morning, and make a final judgment, but I don't think that we're a good basketball team, or we're not nearly as good as we can be when we play cool. And tonight I thought we played cool.
And WKU Lady Toppers were also pretty cool this weekend as they visited Miami of Ohio. The Tops found themselves down 20-12 at halftime, but poured on 39 points in the third quarter, locking down win number 4 on the season. WKU freshman forward Caitlin Staley, she was named Conference USA Freshman of the Week. Lady Tops are back in Diddle Arena tomorrow morning, bright and early, 11 a.m. Education Day. Number 1 seeded Tops brought home another Conference USA championship in volleyball after sweeping New Mexico State in the championship match. The Tops also won the regular season as well and have now won 8 of their last 10 championships in Conference USA. WKU will now turn their attention to the NCAA tournament, with selection show being this Sunday for head coach Travis Hudson. This team is incredibly special to him.
This team is made up of so many kids who paid the price, who paid the price in every way. They put the work in. They were selfless. They were about our team. It wasn't about how much did I play. It was how we did. And I start every single year saying the same thing to our kids in the preseason. We're either all going to be champions or none of us are. And yesterday we all became champions.
That's awesome. And finally, the WKU football team, they escaped with a win on Senior Day this past weekend against Sam Houston, 28-23. Austin Reed and the offense, they struggled with 5 turnovers. WKU's defense, it stepped up in a huge way. Tops are now officially bowl eligible with 1 regular season game remaining. Head coach Tyson Helton is looking forward to ending the regular season on a positive slate.
Need to get ready for a 4-quarter game against FIU. I know they'll be ready to go. Coach McIntyre does a really good job, and I know those guys will be really wanting to get that last win as well for their last game. And you know, our main goal right now is we want to finish, you know, the regular season on a winning note and having a winning regular season and have that momentum carried into a bowl game.
Titans with a loss yesterday, Preds with a win tonight. That's a look at sports. We'll be right back after this break.
Feels good to be home.
This Wednesday, Black Friday deals start early at Ashley. Get 30% off store-wide or get 0% interest for 60 months with no minimum purchase and no down payment. This Wednesday, 10 a.m. to midnight, shop Black Friday deals at your local Ashley Furniture store.
At Horizon Pace, I have 1 doctor, not 4 or 5. And if I need to talk to that doctor and he's not with another patient, he'll come and talk to me. Everything's going real good. I come off of about 19 pills down to 7 now, and I love it. I wouldn't do without it right now.
Horizon Pace is the face of your healthcare. Contact us for more information.
Toyota-thon is on. Now's the time to get an exciting new Toyota. Like Camry Hybrid, RAV4, Tundra, and more.
How did you...
Magic.
Toyota is now offering $1,000 APR cash on any new Tundra Gas SR, SR5, and Limited models. Plus, you get 2 years no-cost maintenance.
Come in today.
Toyota. Let's go places.
WNKY News 40 Weather wants you to join our team. Become a weather watcher at WNKY.com. You can connect directly with our team. Plus, your photos and videos will be featured in our weathercasts.
Presented by JB Electric.
We keep this love in a photograph. We made these memories for ourselves, where our eyes are never closing, our hearts are never broken, and time's forever frozen still. so you can keep me inside the pocket of your ripped.
WNKY News 40 is always on at WNKY.com.
Feels good to be home.
This Wednesday, Black Friday deals start early at Ashley. Get 30% off store-wide or get 0% interest for 60 months with no minimum purchase and no down payment. This Wednesday, 10 a.m. to midnight, shop Black Friday deals at your local Ashley Furniture store.